protected. Another thing, in order to get the discount, is you actually have to have a label on the garage door and on the shutters and on the entry and exit doors that specifically says that it meets the latest Florida building code for hurricanes and for impact rating and windborne debris. If you don't actually have that label that says it meets windborne debris and hurricane and impact resistance, then you don't get the credit. The inspector has to see that label on there in order to verify it. Otherwise, he thinks some guy made up shutters. And that's the reason why this particular client didn't get the discount. He actually has 13 openings that just have no protection at all. So he gets none or some glazed openings. One or more glazed openings does not meet. Another thing about this particular inspection is that it has to be performed by a qualified licensed professional. This particular person is a general contractor. It doesn't have to be a general contractor. It can be a home inspector, a building code inspector, an engineer, or an architect. Anybody who's listed as a qualified inspector with the appropriate license can and will actually do the inspection, and the insurance company has to verify that the inspector had the appropriate license at the time he did the inspection. That's why his license number is very important. Unfortunately, insurance companies just don't have the trust anymore that you like to think they should have. They don't trust anybody. They need to verify it. What was happening years ago was inspectors and people were doing inspections. They weren't properly licensed. They didn't do the proper inspections. The insurance companies found out that the houses didn't really have all that stuff. So what they do now, in order to get any discount whatsoever, the photographs have to accompany every inspection. Doesn't matter what the inspector puts in that form, the hurricane straps or the single wraps, there's no discount unless there's a photograph. You see the upper left-hand corner, you can actually see the inspector crawled inside the attic and took a picture of that strap that wraps around the roof truss. And you see the other side of the strap on the other side of the roof truss. Without that picture, he doesn't get that discount. The inspector crawled inside the attic and measured the nails. He got a tape measure there and took a photograph of it. So that way the insurance companies know that he actually has 8-penny nails. So without this photograph, the inspection, you don't get any discounts. So the inspector has to do a thorough job with the inspection and with the photographs when he fills out the form. Hopefully, one of the things you took away from this is that you'd save a ton of money on your homeowner's insurance, but things to think about and look for the next time you buy a house, like a hip roof. You can look at it and tell if it's a hip roof. If the roof was replaced, verify before you even put in an offer whether or not a permit was pulled. You can call the building department usually and verify that. So that's something that you may want to consider. And always remember, the windstorm mitigation inspection is your best friend.